Hi everyone, it's me, Sarah, and it is Thursday, September 12th, 2019, and this is this week's edition of the Scary Fan Party Report. So it was a quiet week, but boy was it a controversial week. Fans everywhere were so elated when he posted on Thursday, then they heard the song. He decided to find a cause, and the cause was mass shootings and mental health. Personally, for me, I was all about it. I love his alternative music. However, some of the aleverse did not agree, and they were really up in arms about the language. I hope he doesn't change. He's a genuine guy, and all I got from the song was that it was heavy on his heart. And this kind of music tends to be angry, and maybe we should be a little angrier about what's going on in the world. There's a lot of injustice, and we do kind of walk away from it, ignore it. So for me, I was all about it. He immediately followed up with a couple of posts about the song, one with a snake eating a dinosaur, the other explaining his reason for deleting his Instagram feed, which I was really, really happy to see because I thought that he probably just didn't want the distraction of social media while he was working on his album, and I'm happy to say that that was the reason. I'm glad that I didn't jump to conclusions about it. But it's hard to tell with him. I really think that he's getting better at it, though. He did follow that up with a message about what was on his heart. I was super happy to hear that, and I'm going to play the entire message just because I think it's worth hearing. If you didn't hear it, it is gone. It was an Instagram story. So here it is.
Just wanted to say thank you so much for those that have been supporting the message behind that song. It was the song is more about a message more than a song in itself, and I wanted to reach out to those that feel like they can't use their voice and they can't express themselves because they feel judged, and people attack them for saying what's on their mind and how they feel as a person. So from the bottom of my heart, I want you to know that I'm doing this for those that feel that they can't. And if I can, you can, because you're worth it. And let's build a community and let's help out each other. And it's honestly huge in my heart. So thank you for those that understand where this is coming from.
His message was loud and clear. I was happy for a couple reasons. One was he referred to his fans as a community, and he took a direction, which I feel like, God, this is what I've been waiting for from him, to make a genuine connection to his fans in a way that was meaningful, and I really felt like he did that this week. I've been waiting for that for a while. I think that this is something he's struggled with, although he has been making an effort over the last several weeks to a month, and I appreciate that. As a fan, it means a lot to me when they just try to connect. They can't connect in every way, and I get that, but he did actually reach out and say, hey, let's build this community, because this community is one of my favorite things about this fandom. So I was super, super happy to see that. And the other thing is, I was really happy to see him using his influence for something that was really important. And I think that his statement on mental health and guns, I think that that was really valuable. So I was really excited and happy to see this message. Of course, there was differences for different people about the message, but all in all, I think the song made a powerful statement. I was happy to see it. I loved the genre of the song. Some people were not happy with that. However, I think people are starting to understand that he's just going to do what he wants to do. Following the message about the state of the world, it was a pretty quiet week, actually. There was some talk about Life is Beautiful, which is 2 weeks away, and oh my God, can you feel the excitement? He is playing on the downtown stage from 3:30 to 4:10, and the Toyota Music Den from 5 to 5:30. Everyone was super curious about the second time slot and wondering maybe is he going to do an acoustic set. I think that would be really nice, and I think some of the fans would really appreciate that. He has been a little focused on his alternative music, which personally I love. However, I do think a lot of people miss his acoustic side, and splitting it that way would actually be a super interesting way to go about his performances. So we'll see. I don't know. ACL is shortly after Life is Beautiful on October 4th. Fans were thrilled to find out he was playing on the same stage as Billie Eilish. What? And Post Malone? I think it's going to be amazing. I can't wait to see the feeds from these two concerts. I wish I could be there, but I can't, as we all know. So we are 29 days away from the start of the fall tour. Personally, I am so stoked about the fall tour starting and seeing DK the drummer, and of course him, and Travis, and Max. I think that the fall tour is going to be amazing, off the hook, craziness. I am so excited to see it. I want to see what he does. And I think everybody is under that same, kind of wondering what it's going to be like. And you have to admit, with him, it's always a surprise. So I can't wait till it starts. On Tuesday late night, he announced, we think, that he has an album coming out on 10/4. And oh my gosh. So even if he doesn't, something's happening on 10/4. We just don't know what. I'm assuming it's an album since he's in the studio working on it. I cannot wait to have new music from him. I would truly, truly love that. I'm not bored with the old music, and I'm not even going to go there, but I would love to have new music from him. Not trying to rush you, Scary, but it would be so, so awesome if this was a new album. As far as his social media this week, it was down a little this week. It was a quiet week, so I'm not totally shocked by that. Instagram was down 2,000 to 736,000 followers. It has slowed down from the previous week when we had Homiegate. Twitter was down to 67,900. It was only down 100 people. I do feel like the more he kind of gets into his music, we're seeing this diversity there. I do think it will build back up. I don't see it as a permanent state of affairs for him. The 2,000 is about how many he was losing prior to this, and you can attribute most of that to bots. Facebook was up about 500 people. Happy to see that. Please go follow him and like his page. That would be amazing. YouTube was up to 108,205 this week, which is about 600 people, new followers. So Out Loud, of course, was one of the biggest gainers, along with Cholo Love and Tonight. So his new releases are doing really, really well on YouTube, which is good to see. On Spotify, he was down about 33,000 listeners this week. This has happened before. I've seen him get down to about 150,000, so it's not anything abnormal that hasn't happened before. Of course, Out Loud was the biggest gainer here, as well as Tonight was up quite a bit, as well as Fading Away and Cholo Love. So again, his new releases are doing really well on Spotify and YouTube, and that is really good to see because he needs those sales now that he's with the label, and I'm happy to see it whenever that happens. SoundCloud was up a little bit, as well as all of the music on SoundCloud. SoundCloud is one of my favorite channels. In fact, it might be my favorite. I listen to SoundCloud more than I listen to everything. I hope that he puts God's America and Guns up there because I'd love to see it on this channel. I understand that it's a little alternative for some people, but I really loved the song and it had a very Nine Inch Nails vibe for me. So I was definitely into Nine Inch Nails. And everything this week, as far as his social media numbers, was up. So there were no surprises this week. He was down a little on some channels, but that's going to happen. Social media is very finicky. So that's it this week, everyone. It was a pretty quiet week. Hopefully we will hear from him this week. If not, I just assume that he's in the studio recording an album, and hopefully we will hear from him soon. We do have the giveaway coming up on scaryFANparty on Facebook. Super excited about that. I love to give away cool gear. Somebody asked me if it was official gear, and I was like, no, I create the stuff I give away. I just try to find really cool things that I would like to have at a concert, actually. So that's it, everybody. I hope you have a good week, and everybody take care of each other and try to do some good in the world. Bye!